gozaimasu to everyone. And if you're on the other side of the globe, well, pleasant evening to you all. Thank you for joining me in today's review. Here we have two unique representations of two Sword Art Online characters, which are Suguha and Silica. Both have played only minor roles in all of the SAO seasons, but somehow have mattered enough to stick around. So considering we don't have any Figma for Silica and only the Alfheim version Lifa of Suguha, these can be a great addition to your collection given their distinctive attires. Then again, price figures are almost always a coin in the air, never knowing just how bad or how good they may be. So let us find out together if these beautiful lady figures are worth your cash. We'll start things off with Silica, dressed in the ordinal scale AR avatar. Something that's nice about these two price figures is that they are officially licensed. There you see the sticker which you find at all Sword Art Figmas, so some quality is expected. On the side we get her holding her combat knife and her name printed over it. Basic, simple, but nice. Moving over to Suguha, just to show again, these are licensed products. The Sword Art Online logo and a very colorful box art. If we take a look here to the side, we have both Suguha and Silica in her extra After SAO episode bathing suit, and in the back we have the whole Season 1 lady gang, which includes Asuna and Lisbethel. The box itself is a background. We have the grass, some watermarks, and the side pool floor that they sit on during most of the episode. Does that pose look familiar? Anyway, let's open Miss Silica here and see what we've got. Of course, Furyu is behind this figure's production, and I do like their box art. Let's go ahead and untuck this top flap here first. Remove the side flaps to avoid any potential damaging to the packaging itself, and pull straight out of the box. Let me just make sure there is nothing else inside that I may be missing, but no, that seems to be all. So the cardboard pieces are held together by a piece of tape, though not necessary to break, given that you can easily just pull the figure right out with absolutely no trouble at all. The bubble wrap is also held by a piece of tape, and the figure set comes in two different sides, the figure itself and the other, the black stand. And here she is, dear friends, looking quite nice in a very sought-out anime pose. When it comes to price figures, there are a couple of things you have to consider. First, they aren't a high-end scale figure, so do expect some flaws, but it is still no excuse for a pure execution of the paintwork, given that aside from initially sculpting the prototype mold, mass productions flow quite rapidly because they are usually just one piece, and no articulation, of course, adds to that ease in the manufacturing process. With that said, paint is the principal aspect of a price figure that I like to grade, because really, they are meant almost entirely for visual pleasure. Silica's recreated paint theme is spot on to its source. She has light blues with a whitewash effect to give it some visual movement and accentuation. Colors that are supposed to be matching do just that. Small details all around the mold help build and work towards that final consistency in terms of aesthetics. The pose itself is very dynamic. No part of the figure looks out of place. The main body and extremities dance harmoniously for the pose execution, permeating the entire look with those classic, overstyled, exaggerated anime visuals. Carrying on to Suguha here, right off the bat, I'm loving that typical Japanese base decor on the box. And to show you something quickly, on the back, like I had mentioned, this box art serves as a background. And here is what I didn't see earlier, the pool water is at the bottom. So this packaging box is the type you don't want to receive in a bad condition. Boxes matter to some collectors, manufacturers, so please take that into consideration. Jama, a production sponsor here. Let us remove these top flaps. The letter A is of course marked prominently to acknowledge the specific set. Again, comes right out with no difficulty at all. And this is neat. It's made to fit to perfection. Very nice. Take the bottom flap, pull the figure out. Thick plastic back is, like always, very much appreciated. So what do you say we get her out and see what we've got for Suguha here? A navy blue swimsuit. A raised hand gesture, the ability to actually be posed while sitting down. The intrinsic detail for the hands and feet, a very simplistic look for a very simplistic character. I love it, and that is why she is my favorite lady character from the Sword Art Online series, always managing to stand out with her natural and average Joe look. Although this seems to be one of my most basic prize figures, I couldn't be happier. I really enjoy having her sitting down and just looking so awesome, showing off those great legs and having that natural pose to them. This is a very feminine gesture that gives the figure some life. It's more of that type of look you'd find in an everyday life event and not that of an anime cosplay convention. The proportions are spot on, nothing too exaggerated. The lovely schoolgirl hairdo, the beautiful anime eyes, the accurate facial look, the sexy silhouette, the natural skin tone, and of course that which I've saved for last. But oddly enough, it's not very visible. It's actually one of the most detailed parts of this figure. But wow, nice assets there, Suguha. Not being biased here, but yes, totally biased. I'm enjoying her more than Silica, regardless of the overwhelming simplicity. Such nice hands. So for starters, I'm sure no one would mind having either one of these in their SAO collection. But then again, would every fan be willing to spend for them? Here are my final thoughts. Silica is a very unique figure for several reasons. Yes, her paintwork isn't the nicest thing in the world, but she is one of a kind and exclusive to the Ordinal Scale movie, and many aren't all that crazy if it's not part of the Sword Art anime seasons. Therefore, I would only recommend her if you have an Ordinal Scale collection, if you're a fan of the character, or a completist. If one of these reasons is your motive, you can't go wrong. Go for it. Now for my dear Suguha. I personally love this figure. Yes, it also comes with some minor QC issues, but these vary figure to figure, and its simple color scheme boosts the chances of getting a really good one. It's a really nice and out of the ordinary price figure, and just think of all the places you can have her sitting down and allowing whatever floor she sits on to become part of her scenery. So to all fans, yes, she is definitely a go. Dear friends, thank you again for sticking around. I hope you've enjoyed our time together. Let me know if you did by commenting, subscribing, and thumbing up if you've liked the video. Buy what you love, and I'll see you guys next time in Zen Reviews. Matane.